Rising Vibes. So, I got a request to talk about relationships. Well, relationships. Now, relationships in a whole, it doesn't matter if you're talking about friend or family, they're all under a certain category. You have a relationship with your family. You have a relationship with your friends. You have a relationship with your significant other, your twin flame, your soulmate, whatever. But when you're talking about relationships, I am going to give the women something that they'll appreciate later on in life. Don't do everything for your man. Don't. I am living proof right here that it does not work. They get bored. If you do everything for them, they get bored. Don't do everything for your man. I don't care what a man says. They don't know, obviously, because, like I said, I'm one to know. It's like, ooh, me. I know. Pick me. Now, I have to laugh at it because it is so true. It's the same. Men do not do everything for your woman. When you guys literally become a partnership, or women with women, men with men, it doesn't matter the preference, it's still the same outcome. When you're in a relationship, it's a partnership. And this partnership, it's what you do for each other. Because think about it, no matter how much you love somebody, say you have a kid with them, and they want nothing to do with their own child, but you love them, and you're trying to make it work because you're trying to have a family, and you just don't understand because you love this child. And so over time, you start to get to the point like, my feelings are changing. If you don't love our child, then I can't do this. Or, you have different aspects in relationships. Different key components, may you say, that trigger certain things. If you do everything for your man, like I said, they get bored. They'll get in a depressive state. They just won't be them they're supposed to be. They just won't be a man. So, same with the women. They'll get bored. They'll be, like, meh. Because we like challenges in life. I don't care what any of y'all say. I'm right. I might be the only one to crack open this egg and come out and full on say it. If you are not afraid to lose the person, you get too comfortable. And then when you get too comfortable, you lose them. Now, cheating. If somebody cheats on you, you're wasting your time. Period. You're wasting your time. Because they have already given somebody else what was supposed to be valued to only you. And I have to say this because I know this from a woman's aspect, and everybody goes through it. The first time you ever cheat on somebody, when you get away with it, you do it again. Come on. We all know this is true. You guys know I'm talking the truth. So, if a man cheats on you, if you let him get away with it, and you let him come right back, he is going to do it again. Now, if this is the second time, it says 1, shame on you. 2, shame on me. 3 ain't about to happen. Well, if you let him come back, it's our natural instinct. I've done it. I have. And like I said, I'm probably the only one that's going to crack open the egg. I was in a relationship. I wanted a man, and I got with a boy. And I felt like I didn't want to break his heart. Like, I didn't want to fully break his heart. But I was trying to be loyal to him. And then he started acting insecure and everything else. And so to me, I was like, well, forget it. I'll just do it then. And so I did it. Because I was like, if you're going to do, If you're going to do the time, might as well do the crime. I'm going to tell you, the one that actually cheats, it hurts them more than the person they cheated on. Yes, I am going to admit to it, because I've also been cheated on. And I'm going to tell you, I still feel worse about the guy I cheated on. Not that I want him back, because I had that urge to get away for a reason. Because I knew that that's not what I wanted. And from that moment on, I was like, look, I know how it feels, so I'm not going to put anybody else in that, feeling. But karma sucks. But also, if you are keeping yourself down in a relationship due to karma, like, well, I deserve this, I did my last relationship wrong. Okay, well, are you done punishing yourself? Does the punishment end with the person, or does it end with you? Are you going to let this person punish you because you feel like you need to be punished? Because last I checked, that's insanity. You create your own reality. If you want to live in a negative world, go for it. There is plenty of Matrix media that'll entertain you. But if you want a real life, real relationship, first you got to start with yourself. Yeah, I'm going to come here and say that I am in a relationship, so I first had to work with myself. Like, I had to get myself right. I had to know what I wanted to desire, and I had to know that I could not let a man manipulate my desires, or woman, or whatever your preference is. Because if I do that, I'm going to be depressive, and then resentment is going to build, and it's like my twin flame says, once resentment is there, it doesn't go away. So I needed to take that time and look at myself and think, what do I want? And so I started changing a lot about my life. I started evolving, as you see, and now I feel amazing, and it doesn't conquer me. The relationship that you should have the most is with yourself. Because once you're happy with yourself, your relationship with your children, it comes second nature. Everything, it just comes and falls into place. So don't think too much in it. Don't put all of your energy into relationships unless you both are doing it. Focus on yourself. Start achieving your goals. Start going traveling. And when you offer for your spouse or significant other to go with you, like, hey, I want to go to China, or you want to go to Japan, which I want to go to Japan, but anyways, and they're like, well, I can't go, I don't want to go, and your work schedules, you just can't get off. Get a ticket, go on a plane, and fly to China or Japan or Europe or Egypt or wherever you want to go, or the United States. It doesn't matter, because you have to learn to have a relationship with yourself before you can have a relationship with anybody, period. Because you can be the best for somebody, and they're not the best for themselves. And so all you're going to be doing is putting in all this energy that is not going to come back. So you are giving away all of this energy because you love this person. Let me tell you right now, you can love somebody and still love yourself. And when somebody costs you your own self-love, you've got to get out. It's just what it is. If you give somebody that kind of power, you know that you are letting them have the kind of power that can destroy you. And that is where you get uncertain. That is where you start getting all like, I wonder what they're doing, or insecure, or self-doubt, or, denying thyself. Like I said, self-doubt. Once you do that, it doesn't matter. The man can be perfect. He could walk in, fairy tale aspect sort of thing, and he could have flower petals all in the bathtub. He'll have candles lit. He'll have you a glass of, strawberry champagne and diamonds, because that's what you like. No, or crystals or whatever. Or say it's just, a romantic dinner on the top of the rooftop, staring up at the stars, out in nature, camping, whatever it is. And you don't have your mind right, you're going to be sitting here the whole time like, I don't deserve this. what is he doing? He must be cheating. Or, you know what I'm saying? You could ruin it all. You could ruin everything in here. This head of ours is filled with so much. We have so much programs. Just think about trying to remember spelling words and stuff like that and how difficult it was. Our minds, even though you can't consciously always tap into it, have stored everything from our first eye opening until now. And we just can only bring it back due to higher consciousness. So once you get to that aspect, do you really want to keep programming all this negative stuff in your head? If you're in a relationship, that's great. Make that relationship work. But do not give up on yourself, because once you give up on yourself and you give somebody the power over you, you lose your value. And once you lose your value, you're boring. You're not challengeable. You're predictable. You're just blah. And that's all they're going to feel. You're blah. And so then you're going to feel you're blah. And then all of a sudden you're depressed. And you have it all, but you're depressed. And you don't understand why. Well, are you happy with yourself? That is your number one question. All of this, talk about trying to end thy lives and, wanting the last days to come, just next falling star, please come here. I'm sorry. I'm not mocking you. I know what it's like. I'm mocking myself when I used to be that way. Because no man, no woman, no creature can make you happy unless you let them. So you have to be happy with yourself. Because if you're not, it doesn't matter what anybody does. You want to be miserable, you're going to be miserable. And then what do we do about it? I mean, we try to get you out of your misery enough that we build our own. We're just like, I was trying to dig him out and I buried myself. Wait, hold up. You buried yourself. Okay. Same thing with men. Men, if your women are going out and hanging out with their girlfriends all the time and stuff like that, go hang out with your guy friends. You already know if a girl gets to the point that she keeps you away from your guy friends, you're going to be miserable. And you know it. You got to be the legit you. You have to be happy with yourselves. Because if you want the woman to be happy with you, what she's initially attracted to is your confidence. Because when you have that confidence, they know that no matter what situation, they're in, you can make them feel safe or secure or confident. And once you start losing that over time because you're worried about everything that a woman's got going on. I mean, I have guy friends, I have guys on here that have been asking relationship advice when it comes to women. I'm going to tell you, just like I tell them, with a woman, it's not a certain type that you're looking for. It's a partnership, like I said before. So if you guys have a good partnership, just remember, there is some beautiful women on the outside that are so ugly on the inside. Vice versa, whatnot. Same with men, he, she's, it don't matter. Whatever, non-genders, I don't care what your preference is. This is just the basics. It doesn't matter what is going on in a relationship. If you're not happy with yourself, you're gonna ruin it. So you've got to be happy with you first. That goes for family. You have a relationship with your family, right? You love your family. Everything's going great. That's family, And then you start, second guessing stuff because you hear something from, like a little, sorry trolls, a little troll or something. You hear something and you feel like, oh, well, what if that's true? What if my sibling was talking crap about me? Would my sibling really do that? Okay, so when you are upset and you say stuff, usually what comes out of your mouth is how you feel about yourself. So if you really want to know how happy or how confident you are with yourself to know if you can make any relationship work with family member, friend, significant other, twin flame, soulmate, whatever, you know, you got to be happy with you first. So what you're going to do is the next time that you get mad at somebody, like legitly mad, whatever you're about to say to them, just remember that's how you feel about yourself. It's crazy how psychology works. It's crazy how the mind works. It's almost like your mind trying to tell you, hey, this is how you feel about yourself right now. What did you just call them? You know? And it's hard. It's hard to hit that reflection stage. Now, if you were like me and you just didn't say nothing, you just got quiet and just, you know, didn't say nothing and bottled it all up. Ooh, that is bad. Because the next thing you know it, you're going to be blurting it out at the wrong time. Because your thyroid gland, your root chakra, your throat chakra, you know, all in line. It's good to like, push. And then you're going to feel so much better because you got all that blockage out. But now you have all this cosmic balance coming back and you can feel it. You're like, oh, shit. You're like, what do we do? That's when you know you got to start making yourself happy. You got to do something that makes you happy. You got to be okay with being alone because you can't be together until you know that you're happy to be alone. So that you know that it's not just about having company. Because like they say, misery loves company. But it's always much funner to have company with somebody you can laugh with, have fun with. And that you can achieve all by loving yourself. Until next time, rising vibes your way.